When entering a Catholic church, have you ever seen someone kneel before finding a seat? Or do they just half kneel quickly before they sit down? A few stop and prostrate themselves completely in adoration. Indeed, that is what we anticipate. One could interpret the half knee as an attempt at a proper genuflection. Most people kneel on one knee as soon as they enter a church and before taking a seat. However, what does it actually mean? Genuflecting, which means to bend the knee, is derived from two Latin words. Genu, which means knee, and flectere, which means to bend. We thus kneel when you enter the church before taking a seat in order to recognize the presence of Jesus himself in the tabernacle. You should bow if the church you enter has an altar in front instead of a tabernacle, because we bow to the altar, which is a representation of Christ. The Eucharist is more than just a picture of Jesus. As Jesus is the Eucharist, we prostrate ourselves before him. Why do some appear to be half kneeling hurriedly, while others appear to know exactly what they are doing? They might not understand the significance of what they are doing. What then is the significance of kneeling? Something significant about our bodies is indicated by our genuflection before God in the tabernacle. We could be saying one or all three of the following at the same time. In the tabernacle, genuflection before God represents a significant aspect of our physical selves. Number 1. A gesture of humility. A humble gesture would be kneeling. In essence, it declares, all right, God is Jesus in the Eucharist. I am not. We have the chance to say, you are God, you are Lord, at that very moment, humbling ourselves before their King and Lord like someone before them. We are recognizing that you are God, not me. When we kneel before the tabernacle, this is an act of submission to God's service and a humble posture. It is similar to the old custom of knights pledging their allegiance to their king by kneeling before him. In a sign of devotion, he kneels. The first is being humble before Jesus during the Eucharist. Number 2. A readiness to serve. When you kneel entering and exiting the church, you're saying, Lord Jesus, if by my life or death I can assist you in fulfilling your mission, to redeem the world, bring light into darkness, hope to the hopeless, and restoration to the broken, then my life is yours. The first is a movement of humility, the second is a gesture of service. Number 3. An expression of love. When we enter and leave the church and kneel before Jesus in the Eucharist, we express not just humility and service but also love. We say, Jesus, I love you. May I love you with my whole life. When we kneel, we say, you are God, not me. We also say, Jesus, if by my life or death I can help fulfill your mission of redeeming the world, use me. And third, we express, Jesus, I love you. Let me love you with my whole life. When we understand the meaning behind these gestures during Mass, it changes everything. We move in the same ways, but not out of habit, but rather with intention and meaning.